Let's now go to the Upper West region, and having endured difficult times learning in congested rooms, pupils of Manwe Primary School have now been relieved. The school has now been divided into two after Mission's advocacy saw the renovation of two near-collapsed structures. Bright Nana Amfo reports what is left is to provide furniture to ensure a conducive environment for learning.
My visit to Manwe Primary School was full of expectation. How has Mission's advocacy impacted on pupils? This was a learning environment in early 2017.
How many things you are supposed to do before you come to school? The first thing you do is what?
These two rooms were near collapse. The Education Directorate said classrooms were a challenge.
The assemblies normally I send my report to them, but it looks as if they are not able to meet my demand. In some cases, possibly in a year they might put up one classroom or three classrooms.
The assembly said funding was difficult to come by.
A free compulsory basic education has gone down well with the people of Wa East, and they are sending their awards to the schools, and that alone has even increased enrollment figures in most of the schools in Wa East. There's every indication that such schools are supposed to be splitted.
Series of interactions then began yielding results. The Assembly's 2018 budget was to be used to rehabilitate these two structures so as to enable pupils get a conducive environment to study. Middle of 2018, the two structures looked entirely different, well fixed, painted, and ready to serve pupils. Teachers and pupils are now excited.
Because the class sizes are now reduced, teachers are able to do their work effectively. They are able to reach out to every student who has a special need.
But the school still has some challenges. Furniture was divided between primary A and B, and so some classes still learn on the floor. New classrooms, but other challenges popping up. The Assembly says it is ready to deal with the challenges.
We have also started the process because we have awarded a contract to somebody to provide a good number of furniture which will be distributed to schools in the district that are lacking furniture or that are having insufficient furniture to accommodate pupils in classrooms. So very soon, before Christmas, we are very hopeful that the furniture will be handed over to Assembly.
Parents cannot see their kids on the floor. They have put in their support. This will cushion the kids for the meantime.
Right from the separation, we realized that most of the students were on the floor. We held a PTA meeting and appealed to the parents. Then they said, okay, if that was the case, then they will have to look at that of the GHS first. And luckily on our part, they were able to do something, and then we got 23 seats, dual decks for the 26 rather for the GHS, and now we're having about 48 for the primary school.
The people of Manwe are poised to take the education of their pupils serious, and teachers and education authorities are also ready to put in their support.
A year ago when we came here, this structure you're seeing here was in a dilapidated state, near collapse. Students were congested in the main school structure. Today, the building is in quite good shape and it is being used by pupils. What is needed now is a furniture for these kids to sit down. A whole class has just a few furniture to allow kids to learn. The Assembly, the PTA are working hard to get furniture for these students. From Manwe in Wa East, Bright Nana Amfo, TV3.
Well, that's it for Mission, and this program is brought to you by Star Ghana with funding from UK Aid, Danida and the EU. Join us again same time next week for another edition. Thanks for watching.